We'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the Mississippi State Bulldogs, taking on the Tulane Green Wave. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Mississippi State ready to kick off to get this game started. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the Tulane Green Wave offense takes the field and they'll have the ball first. Here he comes, and any time this guy touches the ball, and he will touch it plenty, a bolt of electricity just goes through the stadium, David.
And they'll feature him. They'll give him the ball, like you said, a lot, early, often, and he's a guy that can make game-breaking plays. The offense is built around his ability to run the football, Jesse, make big plays for this offense.
Yeah, he really shoulders the load, right, in more ways than one. The offense goes as this guy goes, so it's going to be important in this one. They get him going early and often.
They'll put the tight end in motion. They'll give it to him again. Still on his feet at the 45. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'm always keeping track as a defensive coordinator where they're running the football. You can see they ran it to the right. Do they like this matchup? Is the right side of their offensive line really good? I'm going to be paying attention to that because that's a big game.
Got enough space. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Wave. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box, and still this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
So Mississippi State's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Off the boot, looking for his man. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Just outstanding execution, continuing to work his way back through the football.
Yeah, and everything about this route looks vertical. The comeback, it looks like it's a go. I'm thinking speed, and then he sets it down. QB puts the ball in the money, and he makes the play.
At midfield, he's got room. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. Mississippi State right back to the line.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
To the ground. He's got it again. They get him down, but he does pick up 3 to the 32-yard line.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. So now on comes the field goal unit. Right down the boulevard. It's good.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. And, David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. They'll try the run. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. They'll try to power their way ahead. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. They're in their own territory, but they are undeterred. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. Tackle is made after the first down.
4th and inches, just trusting your offensive line. They're able to get just enough movement at the point of attack to keep this drive going.
Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. There he goes to the right. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Tulane.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker who is so important to this team.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. The give to the running back from the shotgun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. They tried to get the defense going the wrong way with the counter, but nothing doing.
Aggressive defense, attacking defense. You want to hit them with those counters, but it wasn't successful in this play. Defensive line, linebackers, everybody's dialed in. They see what's going on. They diagnose it, go downhill, hit him right in the middle of the field.
On 3rd down, he drops the throw. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Wants to return it. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Tulane has it back in the offense coming out to go on the attack. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
They want to run this quarterback. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Backing up and backing up on the first 2 plays now to try to throw it in drive on 3rd down. They're trying to get to it. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
3rd and long situation, we're bringing an extra DB on the field, and we're telling our front guys to pin your ears back and go get the QB, and they get the job done.
Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Signals for the fair catch and hauls it in just shy of the 30. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. They'll give it to the back. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. Here comes the offense on second down. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw, using the quick game. This is the kind of run that falls in the category of sanctioned violence as he's up to the 31. What a weapon these wide receiver screens can be. Not only do you get a convoy blocking, you get dynamic running.
When you do this and you show me the threat of throwing this wide receiver screen, it makes me play defense differently. It makes me have more guys out wide.
And he can find a receiver, and down he goes. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. Makes the catch at the 30. He gets a block. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last.
He's off to the races. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Green Wave. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Indiana is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. They're trailing by 10 to Illinois.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Gonna take a shot at this DB. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. Mississippi State going up tempo.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Second down.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Oh, it's loose. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Using his feet to buy time. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
I know it's early in this game, but man, this defense has had their number. They've done a great job, already built a huge lead, now getting this offense in a situation where they got to pass the football, and they better protect their quarterback better than they are right now.
On the ground, it's Cole. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Got out of trouble and throws. Finds his back in the middle. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set, why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was, but now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Wide out in motion. On the move. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs. So it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going. But moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the crib.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. He's flying by and gets it on the jet sweep. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Tulane right back to the line.
And that is how you stop the jet sweep if you're on defense. You get penetration up front. Yeah, they're going to try to outflank you, but they can't do anything about it if you got dudes up front winning one-on-one.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. This Tulane offense has a great drive going. The running back has it. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
Now that's what you try to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. He wants to go deep. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're scaring at 3rd.
Well, I like this quarterback being aggressive and taking a shot. Just a better play there by the defense.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. At the 40, there he goes. They finally make the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a first down. Fires to the tight end. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. All wideouts, no backs. Wide receiver shows motion. Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. Now adjusting. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing them. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers. They can't catch him because they're faster than them nowadays. So much speed, so much electricity now with these guys.
And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Green Wave. Man, is that dude fast. It is easy to see how this position is evolving more and more to have elite athletes and elite throwers.
Reese, you say easy, I say annoying. Think about the defensive perspective. I got to guard the running back running. I got to guard the wide receivers. Oh, and now the quarterback's going to run? Well, here, you take the playbook and stop him.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Quickly complete. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Offense gets set for 2nd down.
At the 39. Brings up 2nd down.
He's looking to throw. Catch in the middle. It's Wicks. Stop just inside the 30 at the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a first down. He wants to throw. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going to the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Now on second down. Fast motion from the offense. With jet sweep pass. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
I just love the play call. You're getting a fast player out in the open field, and it's enough to get you a first down.
Quarterback empties his backfield. Trying to find his man on first down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break.
Neutrals on your side. Defense.
So the offense accepts the penalty, and they'll get a little farther away from their own end zone. After that encroachment penalty, it's now 1st and 5. From the gun, looking for a man. Pressure coming. Quarterback gets the first down. He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Here comes Tulane after picking up the first down. He's looking to throw it, trying to get to him. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Doesn't take this defense, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Unloads to the right. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock. And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. This is not a straight-on kick, a 42-yarder from the right hash. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And the field goal to end the half takes us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in New Orleans for a fun first half than you? It's been a fun start to this one, and this offense has really been the story. They've opened up a sizable lead, and unless something drastic changes, things might get even more out of hand. A combination of lethal efficiency, and that offensive line has been the key. They've mauled that defense and also just about broken their will. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas inside Yulman Stadium.
About to start here in the second half, Tulane will kick it away. Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
Yeah, QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. Dances away to buy time. And the quarterback was trying to extend the play, and the defense brought it to a close.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great. They got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in the second half.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Grab behind the line. It's Need. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines. Not his best work. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. I think it's the play caller right.
All kinds of running room. The 30. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier. Tulane right back to the line. Movement here from the tight end. They'll ride the hot hand. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical. They wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, Tulane! And the route is on.
When these offenses get in a rhythm, they're hard to stop. Already up early, got a short field, take advantage of it too, get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do and having a lot of success.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Minnesota looked less like a pack of Gophers and more like a group of road warriors in a solid victory. This team almost always plays tough in front of its home fans, and today they found a way outside of Huntington Bank Stadium. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Throws to the wideout. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch.
When you're going to run a comeback route, you've got to sell like you're going deep, and that was a great job there by the receiver, really making that corner think he was running deep down the field. So he got the corner to turn his hips, turn his shoulders, and then the receiver was able to just pivot around and make it an easy passing catch.
He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy in that slot position.
He's got his man. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. Mississippi State really efficient on offense right now. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Working the middle. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. And the Bulldogs will have it 1st and 10. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Fires into traffic, intercepted. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
You got to be sharp in the red zone. You can't turn the football over in the red zone. You got to be crisp. You got to be on time. You could tell the QB wasn't on time. The defender made him pay. Nice interception, stealing points now off the board.
The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. The give to the back. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Right back to him on the ground. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. They believe in that running game. Got 6 before he stopped at the 23.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first.
Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. Now the defense has got it, and they're going the other way.
As a defender, you dream about those big hits. You work hard on it in practice, closing space, getting close, and just sticking that guy and causing the fumble.
And the fumble recovery sets up this offense with a great opportunity to cash it in for points. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's been that kind of day for this offense, right? It seems like anything they're dialing up just simply isn't working. But at this point, David, I don't know if it's even worth trying to run the ball.
Probably not. You're getting destroyed right now. Nothing has gone your way, and when you're down this much, I think the running game is used sporadically, not as a staple. Let's throw this football around and see what can happen.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Mississippi State. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something to win, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
To the air on 1st down. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack. Tulane right back to the line.
2nd down.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Looking down the middle. And the pass is intercepted. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover 1, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB...
And it's loose. The defense pounced on that, and now they're headed the other way.
Man, these wide receivers are so fast nowadays. They're such big playmakers. I just want to get it to them and let them make it happen. But a lot of times, we're running to them, too. We're focused on chasing them down and funneling the football in the right direction. The defense swarm did a good job getting their hand on the football, causing the fumble from the wide receiver.
Getting some heat. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line.
Brings up 2nd down.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. And with the pressure on him, the quarterback goes down, and we've played 3 quarters here. Guys, the quarter comes to a close, and Tulane has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. Quick pass on the jet motion. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That's a great job executing up front by the defense. They looked like they were ready for that play, and that was a bit of a more unconventional look from the offense on third down, but the defense was there to make a big stop.
On fourth down, they'll throw for it. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And the pass hits, picked off. Trying to take it back. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Mississippi State. What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return.
And this defense has had a rough day, but how about this play? Breaking on the football, making the pick, taking it to the house, maybe build some momentum for some future games.
They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Running with power. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be third and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Feeling some heat. Going to try to get it himself. Turns it on in midfield. And he's finally forced out of bounds. Another first down, and he has just been running wild on this defense. Here comes Tulane after picking up the first down. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They'll try to snap it quickly.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. It's complete to the right. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. This Tulane offense has a great drive going. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Looking to go up top on first down. He looks that one in nicely. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. Tulane looking to put one on the board from the red zone. They'll throw it on first down. The sweet feet buy a little time. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Wide receiver coming across in motion. On 2nd down, wants to throw it. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
That's a phenomenal job getting after the quarterback and getting a hit on him to affect his accuracy, because if they didn't get the pressure, that was going to be a touchdown. He had a guy wide open in the end zone. That was a golden opportunity, but the defense comes up big.
Snap from the gun on 3rd down. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Green Wave. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
Salt enter wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Ball security going to be paramount this time, Jesse.
Yeah, and sense of urgency, too. They're trailing in this game right now. The turnover wasn't great. So, David, they really got to be able to put something positive together on this drive.
Put something positive together, be aggressive, but don't be reckless. Can't have any more of those turnovers.
The Bulldogs want to pick up the tempo.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Quickly to the tight end. And this one will be stopped for no gain. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. They keep attacking through the air. And wings it incomplete.
And this defense has put a game together. It is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Facing 3rd and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. The throw. Caught over the middle. It's Wicks. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. He's got it. Oh, and he thought he might be able to wiggle his way into the end zone, but they knock him down at the 3.
It's now 2nd and goal.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming into the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
And they're able to get a 3rd down stop here. See if they go for it on 4th. They've already gone for it a couple of times on 4th down, converted once. Looks as if they'll try a 3rd. Quarterback now breaking the field. They got him. Big stop in the backfield, and what a stand by this defense to keep points off the board. Does life get any better than this for an offense to start a drive with a 1st and goal? Pocket starts to collapse. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. Pulls it in. It's Cole. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. 3rd and goal from way back there.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
From the gun, wants to pass. And that one is picked off in the end zone. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Beat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass.
Can anyone catch him? And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a 1st down. That's the way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the 2nd play of the drive from the 36. motion from the offense. Little touch pass to the receiver. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Tulane right back to the line. Looking to pass on second down. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
He's going to throw deep right side. Underneath toasted coverage. Got it deep downfield. And he takes it in on the final play of the game. You played through the echo of the whistle, and they did that with the ceiling touchdown.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day.